This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. Governor of Federal Saturday palliative. Human rights activist warns Governor Fuwara to channel funds meant for improving the economy. One of the survivors of community attack narrates ordeal. Stakeholders set agenda for new NDDC Board members. Minister of Aviation orders international Maritime International Airport. And on the foreign saying African Union Fuwara gave advice while inaugurating the Petrol Subsidy Palliatives Committee at Government House today. The River State Governor advised the council bosses to synergize with the traditional institutions in their councils to ensure that the palliatives get to the people, irrespective of party affiliation.
This bags of rice is not about party, it's about the state. So we also think that it was to bring in all the local government, since your LGAs, you're not
to spend funds not appropriated.
The traditional form of is a misplaced priority. It will have been worth celebrating if only about
his 100 days. The government has given our G. Lloyd joined in calling on the federal government to consider the dredging of River Niger as a sustainable solution to addressing the flooding issue. The Moha Council boss made calls to
So what support government to try to contain the River Niger? So that is a right that will be only dredging of the Niger.
Also, the state that use of of flooding. Doctors concerned about residents.
Also, should bring about first. The best heat is
a former for environment in MNDA stand for flooding in the country. And Mr. currently identifies some of the youths that carried out the shooting.
All of us were in the pipeline side. So then before they arrested me, to fight and feel wrong, and told me to make gun. So when by the time they shoot me, I take now.
In the time, the youth present the incident happened. Bako called for safety in the community.
Since that time, not been sleeping. Those caught they fell out of the committee. We got some information they are around the bush. Yes, sometimes we normally see the trends, but we need the president to be stable in board.
Correspondent to Biruwari reports that lawyer Choma Choko says businesses such as banks and electrical car are missing cars at the illegal rest. Vehicles.
So the person who is fighting is apparatus, kind of parties giving
the act differently about fraudulent nations that not the knowledge of money and justifies others on fuel tenders, short customers to make.
Then we to give me a lead box. After everything, why not they give me air?
Apologize at me. Government area. He actually friendly the piece of the world innovative and NDDC Management Board, but let's say we will operate and the first day. HH coordinator assured that Mr. Chairman Supreme and for any rapid development or also President Tinubu finding him worthy to be appealing to any landlord. Pray Almighty grant Tinubu channels as his national development of River State and the Niger Delta region. Still to come on the news this evening, Minister of Aviation orders international airlines to vacate Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Do stay tuned. of the Nigeria Red Cross Society, Rivers State, Izoma Godwin, says placing an individual who has fainted or suffered from a given medical attack in a recovering position will help such victims regain consciousness rather than pouring water. Mr. Godwin, who spoke on Nigeria Info FM's Sunny Side, said victims of such attacks should be moved to the hospital immediately rather than making videos of such scenes.
Pouring the water too is also sending a kind of shock to that person. Pouring that water, the water may get into the person's nose and the person sniff the water. The person now will go to secondary condition choking. So the best practice for that is to place the casualty in a recovery position that will allow the person's ears to be open and the persons will have his mouth being forwarded so that if there is any fluid in the person's mouth, it will drain out and the person's stability will be maintained and the person will get his or herself.
Speaking on how to respond to victims at the scene of an accident, he said proper checks at the scene of the incident should first be administered to avert any hazard.
If it's an adult, chest compress. Give a compression of the person's chest for 30 good times. Placing your hand between the casualty's two breasts. With two hands, you chest compress for an adult for 30 good times. When you are doing this, you are reviving the person's heart. We are pushing the heart to function, to make sure that the lungs start to function as usual. What we need to do is to give 2 rescue breaths. Pitch the person's nursery, the casualty's nursery, open the casualty's mouth, open the airway, look for any sniffing around and make an opening. It will create a barrier between the casualty's mouth and the first aider's mouth.
Mr. Godwin also stressed the need for organizations and individuals to seek knowledge on how to apply first aid during emergency situations.
It is constitutional that every organization should have their staff being trained in the first aid skill so that anytime emergency occurs, they can now respond to those emergencies. It can occur at any place. Even in your home, at least 1 or 2 persons should have the skill of first aid so that whenever you cannot tell it's an emergency, sudden, there doesn't ring bell that I'm coming, somebody among them can know what to do and render the services to the person to make sure that the life of that person is being preserved.
President Bola Tinubu will address the 78th session of the high-level general debate of the United Nations General Assembly at the UN headquarters in New York on Tuesday, September 19. President Tinubu will be the 5th African leader to speak on day 1 of the gathering and the 14th speaker out of 20 leaders slated to speak on the first day. The 78th session of the UN General Assembly will open on Tuesday, September 5, with the theme Rebuilding Trust and Reigniting Global Solidarity, Accelerating Action on the 2030 Agenda and its Sustainable Development Goal towards peace, prosperity, progress and sustainability for all. In business news, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has directed all international airlines to vacate the Murtala Mohammed International Airport from October 1, 2023. This, he said, was to give room for total maintenance work at the airport. The minister said this during a tour of the international airports in Lagos. In entertainment news, Nollywood actor Patrick Doyle has slammed Grammy-winning singer Burna Boy, saying the singer does not deserve all the credit he gets. In sporting news, Belgium striker Romelu Lukaku has agreed to join Italian side Roma on a season-long loan deal from Chelsea.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The African Union's Peace and Security Council is meeting today to discuss the military coup in Gabon. According to Al Jazeera, the leaders will be looking at how to respond to officers who removed President Ali Bongo and installed their own head of state in the latest wave of coups in West and Central Africa. And that does it here on the news this evening. But before we go, here's a quick look at the major stories. The Rivers State Governor, Similaye Fubara, has inaugurated the Petrol Subsidy Palliative Committee with a charge to ensure equal distribution of palliatives. Human rights activists has called on the Rivers State government to channel funds meant for its 100-day celebration into improving the economy. One of the survivors of border community attack has narrated his ordeal. We told you stakeholders are now setting the agenda for new NDDC board members. The Minister of Aviation has ordered all international airlines to vacate the Murtala Mohammed International Airport by October 1. And from the foreign scene, we told you the African Union Peace and Security Council is to meet to discuss the military coup in Gabon. The news was edited by Onyekachi Nwosu. Cloudy weather is expected in Port Harcourt this evening. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0808 721 7215. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. From me, Carl Orakwe, I say good evening.